Hi, I'm Andy Howard. I'm a farmer from Ashford in Kent, arable farmer, and I've also just finished a Nuffield scholarship on companion cropping and intercropping. So about 350 hectares growing wheat, oats, beans, linseed, and a few intercrops. We also have a solar farm, and we also rent grassland out for other people to graze as well. In my Nuffield scholarship I found lots of different ways of applying on farm, such as relay cropping, which is planting one crop into a standing crop and harvesting both. Just plain companion cropping, which is having like an understory crop that you don't harvest with the harvestable crop. Also, agroforestry is something that I've found out about, which is growing trees in your arable fields, so you're getting two incomes from that. Plus about 5 or 6 other similar methods that can be applied on farm. Yep, so already in the UK, over the last few years, people have already started applying companion cropping and intercropping on their farms, using different crops, different methods, different machinery, using machinery that's already on farm to make things practical. And people have seen benefits in increased yields, lowering inputs and improving the soil health would be the main benefits people have seen from companion cropping. The best known example of companion cropping so far in the UK would be with oilseed rape. With winter oilseed rape, where you plant a companion crop of, say, buckwheat or vetch with the oilseed rape, and that's there till the spring. And the benefits being seen are reduced insect attack. You can lower your nitrogen by 30 kilograms a hectare. You get a better germination of oilseed rape, better root growth of oilseed rape, and they on average about 0.3 tonne a hectare yield benefit from just the companion cropping with the oilseed rape. I've also had experience of growing piola, which is growing spring peas and spring rape together. So you plant at the same time and you harvest at the same time. And you get about a 30% increase in overall yield from doing that, and you lower your inputs, less nitrogen needed, less fungicide needed, less insecticide needed. And I've managed to do that on my farm about 3 years ago, and I'm going to do it on a bigger scale this year. There's a guy called Stephen Briggs on the Fens near Peterborough. He's incorporated agroforestry into his organic arable, and he's planted apple trees every 24 metres through his arable fields. And what that has done, it's given a 10% increase output from his farm, but it's also diversified his income and diversified his workload. But the environmental benefits is he's on the fens and there's lots of wind-blown soil erosion. The trees have managed to reduce the wind-blown soil erosion and capture nutrients with a deeper rooting from his arable, capture nutrients and cycle it back into the soil. Biological agriculture, there's two things. So you've got to be prepared to make mistakes because things do go wrong, because it's a natural system. But to apply it to the farm can be difficult because weather changes, which can affect disease and insect pests. And if you're trying to reduce your inputs and your uses of pesticides and your monitoring for those diseases, things can change very quickly. And you've got to be proactive as well as reactive very quickly. If something is going wrong with the biological side, you may need to use a chemical. But it's a bit different philosophy of pure chemical agriculture where you apply it anyway at certain timings. But yes, it is difficult, and it's a management intensive way of farming, not an input intensive. The upsides are you can reduce your inputs and your soil health should increase, which should and does increase your yield. But there's no magic bullet, and that's the biggest thing to say in companion cropping, intercropping, what Joel was talking about. There's no one thing that you're going to do on your farm that's going to magically get rid of blackgrass or magically give you a 50% drop in input costs. It's lots of little things that, in the whole, can help you reduce your inputs.